I'm Coach Camille Perkins, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. 𝐤𝐨𝐬 go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
LT Nation! Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right. We're talking to rising stars in our communities who are doing big things and living out big dreams. And today you're going to get a geographical lesson today, because I didn't know what gross back was. But today you're going to learn a little bit about hooping in Texas as we introduce you to one of the dopest, most sensational coaches in the game right now. Had the privilege and honor to meet her in Bryan, Texas at Adidas. And I'm telling y'all, she is the truth. It is that look in her eye coming to the stage. Not the assistant, the associate head coach at University of Northern Colorado, Camille Perkins. Welcome to the show, Coach. How you doing?
Good. How are you all? Thank you for having me.
Now, Kevin, you can talk a little bit about Camille and the look in her eyes as we was on that sideline. We're going to tell y'all a little bit about that in a minute. But before we do, allow us to reintroduce ourselves. I am your host, the mouth of the South B. Jones, the OG, all thing Louisiana. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, my partner in crime, the architect, the quiet storm, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
B. Jones, I'm feeling good, but have you seen, of course we've seen Coach in real life, but have you seen the pictures of her with her guns out? Oh my gosh. Oh man, go to Instagram. I was embarrassed myself, so I'm going to the gym right after this show, B. Jones, so let's go.
Hey, well, y'all buckle up, because this show, we're going to give you all the perks. Watching the show. Hey, listen, if this is your first time, welcome again. Me and KT got to ask you a small little favor. This is a small little favor. Won't cost you a penny. We are on a mission, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to tell the story of every single coach we can in America that's got something to say. At high school, college. And we want you guys to get this exposure and for y'all to learn about this magnificent game that the big dogs won't talk about. We're giving it to you, but in order for us to keep this going, we got to get you to do us a small favor. On the count of 3, with as much passion as you can in that one finger, we need you to smash that subscribe button. Coach Perkins, would Northern Colorado rock with us?
Oh, heck yeah, we would.
Well, Greeley, I told you they're going to get a geography lesson today. Will Greeley, Colorado stand up for us?
Hey, let's stand up.
All right, here we go. Let's go, Northern Colorado. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family, and we don't take family lightly. We don't do fans. We don't do followers around here. We do family. So if you smash that subscribe button, I am your new play cousin. But without further ado, we got a walking bucket in the building. I'm going to tell y'all right now, San Angelo ain't never going to be the same after this young lady did her thing down on that campus. So y'all buckle up, because we got a story to tell. But before we get to an amazing story, we got to learn a little bit about you, Coach CP. You ready? You ready for the Sports Life Talk initiation?
Let's do it.
Let's go to work.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Top 5. Let's go Chris Brown. We'll go old school 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿. 3, let's go 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐬. 4, got to do my man Usher. And 5, who we want to pick? Maybe Future.
Coach, your top 5 was so special until you said Future. Oh my God.
He hate Future, Coach. He hate Future. Oh, that was perfect. I want to know, Coach, why you riding around listening to all this sultry R&B crooners, though? What's going on, Coach? What's it?
Well, I would just say that I grew up in Groesbeck, Texas. I know you said we're going to have a little geographical learning here, but I would say it's a very diverse community in Texas, and obviously that's where I'm from, and always will represent that. So
That's what's up.
yeah.
B-Jones,
I just want to get married. That's that jagged. Me. Oh, what's
I
up?
was about to ask her how close was Groesbeck to South Oak Cliff, because with that top 5, good grief. Oh my goodness. All right, Coach, we like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5. With a top 5 like that, I can't give you anything less than 5. With that Future, I almost did with the Future one. But Coach, how long have you been coaching? 8 years? 8+ years?
Yes. I don't know. I think it's been longer than that. I was fortunate right out of college. The coach I played for, basically, I wasn't going to be a coach, and she told me I was. And basically, when I finished, she said, "Here's a job." So she gave me my first assistant job, and I've never looked back after that. But I had no intentions of being a college basketball coach.
Okay, so B. Jones, with that said, man, we'll give her 12 for that top 5. Give her 12.
I'm getting tired of you, Kevin. I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all keep watching these shows, me and him gonna get into it. Don't count on me no more, bro. Do not count.
That time I wasn't counting. I was trying to make sure I had my next question right.
Your head was nodding every time I was hitting the button.
I was going with the beat. I wasn't counting with that time.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
All right. All right, Coach. So who is your favorite superhero and why?
I think I would have to go with Wonder Woman. And why? Just because she has this kind of strength about her. She's very, I feel like she kind of figures things out on her own. And she just has that dominant, strong personality, I think.
Very dominant.
That's probably who I would go with.
And you definitely fit the part because you really do look strong and everything. So goodness.
In super shape. Super shape. So
yes. All right. So since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
My theme song, you said it was going to be like a walkout. So I went with old school 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐞. It was a good day.
Today was a good day. Yeah. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but the day seems kind of odd. No barking from the dog.
All right, B. Jones, we don't need your concert. Let's get back to the
initiation. Cook the breakfast with no. Oh,
you about to get kicked out of the initiation, B. Jones. All right, Coach.
No fun.
I don't like your rapping. All right, Coach. So if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
If I could shadow anyone, I'm a big football person.
Ooh.
I like football. My uncle was a coach at the University of North Carolina for a while, but that's a good question. I would probably him. I admire him a lot. The way he does stuff, and just kind of the way he organizes things and does different things with his teams. I think that would be somebody that I would shadow. I also like Sean McDermott, Andy Reid, John Harbaugh, some of those guys. I would probably shadow them.
So a football coach.
Yes, I like football. I actually played football when I was in high school. And my dad told me I couldn't play anymore, so I would have kept playing if I could have. But yeah, I really
tackle football coach.
Yeah.
What position did you play?
I was a wide receiver, punt return.
That explains a lot, y'all. It explains a lot. I'm telling y'all. Listen, look at we're gonna touch on it in a second. We're gonna touch on it in a second, but I'm telling y'all that explains a lot. Now, let's go.
All right. What is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
Yeah, I think basketball, obviously, there's a discipline to it. And there's like an etiquette to the game. And, you know, one thing that I always just appreciated was having the ball in a hoop, you know, and just being able to be in the gym and, you know, practice those little minor details that maybe don't get, you know, noticed. And so I think the discipline of the game has just really taught me a lot on and off the court.
All right. So I asked you the superhero question earlier, and you said Wonder Woman, and we know that she's a part of the Justice League. So I want you to think about your future. I want you to assemble your dream coaching staff.
I think I would definitely go with Tony Dungy. You know, obviously from a motivational standpoint, obviously he's another football guy. I really like Nick Saban, obviously talking about the discipline. I guess I better have a female, right? You guys can see I'm
you keep it all how you want. I know for a fact I'm not putting y'all on my schedule because
I like Becky Hammond.
All right, Becky Hammond. All right.
Yeah, I like her. Obviously, it's making a name for herself at Las Vegas Aces, but probably those three: Dungy, Saban, and Hammond.
All right, Coach. So this is probably the most important question in our initiation. Okay. B. Jones and I, we love to eat. Mm-hmm. So when we come out there to watch Northern Colorado play, what restaurant or food spot do we need to hit up that gets your stamp of approval?
That's tough because I'm very picky. But if I had to pick in Greeley, there's this Mexican food place. It's called The Rio. It's downtown. It's very authentic. I know you guys from Texas, so I was kind of a little hesitant to say that, but it's very good. They have a lot of different food too, so it's not just Mexican. They have some seafood stuff too. But The Rio is where I would say.
I thought you was gonna say a smoothie shop, Coach. I thought you was gonna be like, I gotta go take y'all to get this
you
vegan
said for y'all.
protein
for y'all, not for me.
based. Yeah, I got a veggie shop. We're gonna stop by. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, this woman is chiseled. She cut. So we know you ain't eating no hamburgers. Come on now, Coach.
Nah, unless I made it.
Yeah, and it's probably what, veggie, bison.
Hey, bison and go.
What is it? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the most important thing in life will always be family, and we really mean that. So allow me to reintroduce our newest family member, Coach Camille Perkins, to the show. But before I turn it over to B, after you watch this show, please go to our website, yougotnext.com. And there you can learn more about us and see all of our family members from our You Got Next series. So with that said, B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Yeah, Coach CP in the building. Hey, y'all perk up a little bit. We got some stuff to talk about today. All right, because we got to unpack some stuff. So take us back to Groesbeck, Coach. You know, I'm from Louisiana, so I ain't never heard of no Groesbecks, Texas. You got to tell us, what was it like growing up out there, and when did you fall in love with the game of basketball?
Yeah, I mean, Groesbeck is a small town about 45 minutes east of Waco. Actually, when we were in Bryan, we weren't too far from there. I grew up out in the country a little bit. And, you know, one thing that, you know, I think that taught me too was just, obviously we didn't have all these stores and stuff that, you know, we had to drive to go to that. So you had to kind of make your own fun. And so, you know, I appreciate that. And I think I fell in love with the game probably around 3 or 4. They had this little organization called Little Dribblers. And so there was like a group of girls that were my age that we actually like stayed together all the way through, which was kind of cool. I still talk to those girls today. So yeah, we kind of like had, you know, built it up a little bit. So.
Well, it's one thing. I love talking to the coaches because coaches is a unique thing, right? It's like somebody they was a player. In most cases, they're players that become coaches, and in your case, you're just not an average player. And it's funny because me and KT, we kind of go around, we meet and introducing ourselves to a lot of the coaches we've met and meeting new coaches. And I'm gonna tell you, we saw Camille like 3 or 4 times. We walked by like 3 or 4 times, but every time we looked at her, we were like, nah, leave her alone. Because she locked in right now. She working. Some of these coaches enjoying themselves and some of these coaches are working. But I'm going to tell you, I walked up to Camille, I was like, you trying to get out there on that court. You like, I'll go bust their ass right now. Coach Perkins was ready. Hey, Coach got that fire in her eye because you are a bucket getter. I would put you on, like, if we had to get a team of all the head coaches right now, us coaches in college basketball, you would make that roster. You would make that 12, Coach. So you're a beast with this basketball. 17 points averaged at Angelo State, all conference every single year in the LSC. Coach, tell us, when did you realize you was different with this rock? When did you realize that little dribblers ain't make what we saw?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that, one thing I would say that my parents taught me was the work ethic side. And I just always felt like there was more to prove. And that's just kind of like my mentality, and it always has been. So, I mean, I just felt like there was always areas that I could continue to grow. And I really am not a good loser at all. And so that's just something that I really, tried to make sure that each day that I was continuing to develop and grow. Obviously not as a basketball player, but, as a young woman as well. And so, that's, I would say, the work ethic side. I will always hang my hat on that. So I would say that's probably where I, noticed that, there's somebody out there that's going to be faster than you, stronger than you, but you can always hold your hat on that work ethic. So,
well, you can get a bucket though, Coach. You was a monster at this thing. So let me ask you this question. We got to take this thing back, because if we Google your name, of course, we're going to see a lot of pictures of you in the Angelo State jerseys. And that's crazy in itself. Like, normally when we Google a coach, we see him working with their team and pictures of them on the sideline. With you, it's straight action. It's straight coaches in the jersey. But you also see this article. You run across this article of you, and it talk about this inspirational life transformation type moment in your life. And this happened at the age of 24. Y'all get the tissues out, because it might get a little emotional. But Coach, take us back to that day and what happened, and how did you turn that tragedy into such a tremendous story?
Yeah, so I was actually going recruiting. I was at my parents' house, and I was going to Houston. Obviously, living in the country a little bit, those back roads, there's only single lanes. It was dark. There was 2 horses that were out. And so I actually swerved, missed the first one, but there was another one in the road. I hit that one. I don't remember much from the initial, contact of the horse, but obviously it wasn't my doing. It was the good Lord above that, obviously allowed me to walk about half a mile to somebody's house. And I knocked on the door and was able to give them my mom's cell phone number. I vaguely, it's kind of has come back, but no, not really. Of course, I'm like covered in blood. The one part that I remember is them popping me up like on a gurney. And, obviously driving to Waco, because I've done that drive so many times. We started turning right there off of Highway 6 to get on 360. And I was like, okay, I knew where I was, but I didn't know what happened. And so, I had a huge laceration on my head. It went all the way around. I had 75 staples and over 100 stitches in my head. I broke this orbital bone in my face and my nose. So basically all the major bones in my face. And then everything else was okay. So I had surgery, they obviously to repair my head. That they said was from the roof of the car because it got like peeled back. And then I had a little complications because I had lost quite a bit of blood. So I had 2 blood transfusions, which I had to stay a little bit longer in the hospital for. So, that's kind of the extent of maybe like what happened. But, sometimes I would say that, challenges are kind of thrown at you and you always kind of question, like, why? And I felt like maybe at that time in my life, I was not, maybe obeying the Lord like I was supposed to. And, now I kind of look at it as like a blessing in disguise. It's completely changed, who I am and how I view things. And so I would count it as a blessing, even though, maybe I went through, different, events and stuff like that obviously I wouldn't have changed. My whole hair was gone. Like I had to rock like the pink look, once I was coming back. But, I think it's definitely, I would call it a defining moment in my life, but a good one. And, I just, that's kind of, they told me I couldn't go back to work. And I was like, what do you mean I can't go back to work? And my dad, his one thing is, I'm not letting you leave this house until you drive. So he made me get right back behind that car and drive. And that was a little sketch.
I can only imagine.
Especially at night.
Yes.
And so, he would not let me go back to Angelo until I did that. So, but it definitely taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about who I, was as a person. But, I guess I would say I would not change it because it definitely has, allowed me to become the woman I am today.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. One, the surgeons, whoever did, you need to send them a card every year.
Hey,
because you are absolutely gorgeous. I could not tell that you had that surgery. We had to go find that information about this. You cannot look at you and see any surgical work or anything like that. And number two, I want y'all to get out. After y'all listen to this show, I want y'all to get outside. I want you to put your eye watch on. I want you to go walk half a mile. I want you to go walk half a mile. And I want you to imagine pouring with blood, face broken up. And this is the walk that this young lady accomplished. It was only a blessing. It was only a miracle that you made that walk.
She picked Wonder Woman, so that was perfect.
I'm trying to tell you, good grief. You are a true life superhero, in my opinion, no doubt. Now, so let's take this thing to the free throws, right? I want to talk to you a little bit about free throws because we are in a day and an age to where even at the AAU tournaments, y'all are killing me. But I'm going to let the kids ride. I'm going to let the AAU kids ride. It is when I watch these professional games. We went to a WNBA game. 4 straight free throws was missed in a row. The star player, I'm not calling no names, but the star player on one of the team missed both of their free throws when they went to the line. I'm just baffled. And you are expert at shooting free throws, as you are the most successful free throw shooter in San Angelo history. Coach, is there an art? Is there a science? Because I'm gonna tell you what I've reduced it down to: people who can take pressure. People who can take pressure, because we see these kids shooting trick shots out the gym. They crossing the timeline and they hitting everything, but they can't stand there at that free throw line with what is that, 12 feet, 10 feet? I don't know what that is. And the crowd is watching them in that pressure. Coach, is there a science to shooting free throws?
I mean, my dad always used to tell me pressure is privilege. So when you step to that line, you better be fully confident in what you're doing. So I practiced, and there was always consequences if I didn't make that. There was a level, and if I was below that, then, there was some running. It's involved.
Is there still some running? Is Northern Colorado running if they missing free throws?
Oh, we will get there. But yeah, we were number 6 in the nation last year in free throw percentage.
It's a reason why. Yeah. You know what, Coach? I wouldn't even be able to let you coach me, because there's no way I can come to you and say, Coach, I can't practice. I got a headache. You're gonna be like, okay, let me show you these stitches. So you need to go get a ball, because you're going to work around here. Yeah,
we had a team dinner the other night, and one of the things it said, "What pisses you off?" And I said, "Excuses," and I said it real loud so they know.
Why, Coach?
Don't come to me with that.
Now, last thing we're gonna talk about, we're gonna get out of here. You didn't even want to be a coach. What made you decide to be you were supposed to be a physical therapist? Because in that article, it snitched on you, Coach. It said that you said you was going to be a physical therapist. What happened? What made you decide to become a coach? I got to ask.
Yeah, it's my college coach, Sally Brooks. She always told me, you're going to be a coach. And we were in camp. I think it was going into my junior year, and basically she had to run and do something, and basically she said, "Here's the gym. I need you to get these kids organized. This is what we're doing." So then when she came back, she said she walked in the gym, and it was just like, she said, yeah. And so she told me after that, she was like, "Camille, there's no way you're not going to be a coach." And she just kept telling me that. And so, and like I said, when I finished, I mean, obviously, I had opportunities to play overseas. I actually had a partially torn Achilles my last year. So I was unable to, pursue some of the pro contracts that I had. But, so she took care of me in that aspect of giving me my first job. So.
Coach, you are an incredible person. I'm head over heels about this. I'm so glad we got the opportunity to meet you and become a friend of yours, because you off the chain, Coach.
Appreciate
but now
you.
we got to put you in. You said pressure is a privilege, so
hey, let's get it.
Welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show with KT and I. We're about to do a little one-on-one, and you are now officially calling on shots. All right, Coach Perk? Here we go.
Right.
Have you ever played Would You Rather before?
Yeah, he went with it.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, just for the fans out there, for the people who are watching the show, it's very simple. Both KT and I are gonna make a pitch. Whichever one of those pitches Coach Perkins selects, that host will gain a point. The first host will get 2 points, or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And Kevin, I don't know why I feel like you won the last game. Oh no, I did.
Oh, hush.
Y'all go back and watch it. It was a sweep. It was humiliating for Kevin. And that's why I got to do it again today. Here we go. Round 1, Coach CP. Would you rather hire, now remember, you're a head coach at this time, okay? Would you rather hire a grad assistant, someone that follows the same story as yourself, who ends up going on to win a ring and saying they learned it all in the Coach Camille Perkins blueprint, or
coach a player who makes it to the Basketball Hall of Fame and in their speech tells you they wouldn't be there without you?
Probably the GA.
So you would rather hire somebody than coach somebody?
Mm-hmm.
That's because you're smart. Yeah! Let's go! All right, here we go. Round number 2. Northern Colorado, Greenlee, Colorado. Nobody, we don't know a lot about Greenlee, right? So I want to give you the opportunity to put Northern Colorado on the map. Would you rather have Netflix come in and do a Last Chance U style documentary where they follow you and your coaching staff? Now it's gonna be pretty intrusive. Now you don't get that privacy and be like, turn the camera off. They gonna watch the ups and downs, the running after missing free throws and all of that stuff. Or
travel the world hosting your own workout show on ESPNW, where you and 3 of your closest friends get to work out with athletes and celebrities throughout the world.
Oh, I gotta do the workout.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. And I gotta give you an X.
Hey, I gotta do the workout. As soon as that's like a no-brainer.
I know, you get to travel the world with your friends. Okay, hey, Kevin.
I don't even need the friends. I just need the workout.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cancel Netflix. So we get all
that. We got the LA Fitness, 24-hour fitness. We'll work out there. All right. So on our show, which you can watch Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Time, we have a segment called The Drop. And on The Drop, B. Jones turns fashion or shoe guru as he presents a pair of shoes that he feels are worthy of your financial donations. So for this question, Coach Perkins, we're going to present to you a shoe. Whichever shoe you pick has huge ramifications for this game, because it'll decide the winner of this episode's game of championship rounds. So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, and I want you to say, hold that sneaker. Once you say that, we're going to show you what we got. Are you ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker.
You already know what I got, Coach CP. You already know what I got.
I gotta go with the Jays, man. Yeah, I go with the Jays.
You gotta go with the mouth of the South?
Yeah.
Ah!
Hey, but a little thing about me, I actually own more heels than I do.
Oh, we can tell. We saw your calf muscles. We saw your calf muscles. So we already knew you were stepping out there on them. But these are the Northern Colorado Jays, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to rock them, and that's why I am still the champion of the world. Let's go, Sports Life Talk Nation. That's right, all the MOTS.
So, Coach, who's the rival
We
for
salute you.
Northern Colorado? Who are your rivals?
It's a good question. Northern Arizona is our like travel partner. I mean, Montana State, obviously a lot of tradition there. Very good schools. NAU is also very good. So I would say, I mean, I don't know if it's as
He's being
much
messy,
as,
Coach Perk. He being
Yeah, I need
messy.
to know what team colors I need to wear when we come down to the watch
you
out.
need
I'm
to-
not
you need
wearing
to
Northern
wear-
Colorado. You didn't pick me, so I'm going with a rival.
You need to wear navy
okay,
and
so
gold.
I guess you gonna be wearing like maroon or a different shade of blue.
I got some maroon here too, so you let me know, Coach. I'm wearing maroon when we come down there.
No, he not. He wearing Northern Colorado colors just like me because we coming to celebrate and see your team ball. But Coach Perkins, let's get out of here. The title of the show, Sports Life Talks, you got next. And now that we rocking with you at Coach_C Perkins, you got to tell us, Coach, in your own words, what does the future hold for you?
Well, I'm a big be where your feet are. I, obviously have aspirations to, coach at the highest level. And so whenever that time comes, I will, pursue those opportunities. But right now I'll say I'm in a pretty good position and, this is year 3 for us. So obviously excited about that. But yeah, I mean, I would say, honestly, my big dream job is to work in the NFL. And
that's what I was about to say. We're gonna get you back when you get on Andy Reid's staff and you working for the Kansas City Chiefs. We're gonna have to get you back on the show. So normally I would ask a legacy question, but I wanna do one better because there's a lot of young ladies that watch this program, basketball players. I need you to sell Northern Colorado for me. We got to do Northern Colorado a solid. So, Coach, I'm going to turn it over to you when you give us the dopest 30-second pitch of what it's like to come play in that program and why would a young lady choose to come be a part of that team?
So, I mean, obviously, I've worked with my boss for 9 years. This will be year 9. And I think it's important that when you are, surrounded by people that kind of have like-minded, visions for kind of where they're going, I think that's important. So I would start there. My boss, Kristen Matteo, is, super detailed and organized, and that's something that I appreciate. Being in the Big Sky, it's a good mid-major conference. We're kind of sitting right there, like at right in the middle at 15 in the net rankings. So it's not too high, too low, to where you could, you're going to get good competition. Obviously, it's in Colorado. A lot of people have houses here because they vacation here. And then Greeley, it's actually in a pretty good location as far as, you're not in the mountains and then you're not like in Denver in the huge city, but all of that is accessible, within an hour you can get to. So, that's one thing I like. I mean, I'm from Texas and I would say Greeley has a lot of Texas vibes in a sense that there's like some country side of it, but then there's also like the city side of it. So I kind of appreciate that too. And I guarantee you right now it's probably like 90 degrees where you guys are at. And I'm looking at 70.
It's
so
hotter than the jalapeno down here.
Is another thing that's very, very nice. So
Coach, what style of ball y'all play? Y'all run and gun? Y'all technical defense? What, we scrappy? What? Because it sounds like y'all out to attack on people based off the Camille Perkins system.
Yeah. So I mean, we play, defensively, which is kind of what I oversee. We do a lot of different things, but we'll press, we'll play man, we'll play zone. We're always going to have a defensive game plan, and it's going to change every game. So just having high IQ kids is something that we like, just being able to teach them the game in different ways. And then offensively, we run a motion offense. So there's constant movement. I mean, we always say 3s beat 2s. So we're going to shoot the 3. And so, I mean, that's kind of how we have always played. So.
All right, Coach. So do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Shout outs. Oh, I mean, I guess I could give a shout out to my family. I mean, I don't see them all the time, but my brother coaches. at down in Beaumont. He's a football coach. And then my other brother is he works in Denton. So he works in a hospital in Denton.
Denton, Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right down the street then. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
We actually just hired a lady from, she was at Montana State. Her name is Katie. It was Katie Bussey, but now it's Katie Mays. Talk about a bucket. She played 9 years professionally, but she was an All-American at Montana State her senior year. And I would say at the mid-major level, that's pretty tough to do.
Yep.
And so, I mean, she's been wonderful since she's gotten here. But yeah, she just actually came from Montana State. So I think she would be a good one. She's from Colorado too, but 9 years professionally, overseas in Sweden and some of that. So, just a different aspect that she could probably give you. So
Katie Mays, it is official. You are on the clock. Your ticket just got punched. We'll be reaching out to you so you can come on the show and tell us your amazing story. Because I ain't gonna lie, Kevin, I'm super excited about that one as well. But Coach Camille Perkins, you got next. You a warrior. Hey, for real, you a miracle. You a soldier. I can't tell you how strong you are. You already know you a trailblazer, an icon. You could persevere, altruist. I mean, you're just amazing, Coach. And with that being said, you are extraordinary and elite. Camille Perkins, you deserve a yeet. Let's go, Sports Life Talk Nation. Thank y'all for sticking around, hanging out with us again. I hope y'all enjoyed this show as much as me. Greatest job in America. And we glad y'all rock with us. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button. Leave us a comment. I don't care. Do it all. Share this episode with your partners, your friends. It don't matter who. Just send it out there. Let's tell the world about how this young lady walked half a mile. Facebook, you know what, Coach? I probably would have thought it was a demon at the front door.
Yeah,
Get
those
back!
people, I don't even know how they were able to hold it together, but thankfully they did.
Yeah. Hey, and don't forget, go to all of our social media platforms. We everywhere. One word, at Sports Life Talk. As you can see, we on YouTube, Twitter, IG, TikTok. So we drop content every day. We would love to have your support there. Come check out some of the new content. New shows are releasing 4 new shows per week. So we working hard just to make sure we give y'all some good quality entertainment and some good gems and nuggets. Lastly, go to our website, yougotnext.com. As you can see it on the screen. And why? Because we offer you the opportunity. If you're sitting there, you're thinking like, man, I would love to be on the show. How do I get in contact with these guys? How do I tell my story? It's simple as going to yougotnext.com, clicking on the nominations tab and putting all your information in, and we'll audition you. We'll reach out and we'll hear what you got to say. All right. And come hang out with us. We do go live. We interact with you guys. We come kick it with the family every Wednesday nights at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. So Greeley, y'all Mountain, right? So that would be 7:00 Mountain Time. But if you're watching this anywhere else, 8:00 Central, 9:00 Eastern, y'all know the drill. So come hang out with us. It's a 1-hour show. Just fun. We don't just talk sports. We talk life, entertainment. Like I talk sneakers. So it's a fun show. Pop culture, food. We have a great time. Y'all come rock with us and be a part of the live show. KT, I can tell you ain't been happy since I bust your head. Camille gave me that energy. You know what I'm saying? You just don't handle pressure very well, KT.
That had nothing to do with pressure. She just picked you. I presented my case pretty well. It wasn't I was under pressure. So leave me alone. So, Coach, when we have our You Got Next picnic, what side dish are you bringing?
I'm probably gonna bring some fruit or something.
I kind of knew she was gonna go the healthy route.
Yeah, she healthy, KT. I ain't eating nothing Camille Perkins bringing. Camille, you bring the soda. You bring the paper plates. Okay.
Hey, okay, I can do that.
We ain't got time for your cilantro salad at the.
Hey, we can go to the cookout, but. Yeah.
But no, Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. We really appreciate it. And whatever you need from us in Sports Life Talk, we got your back.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach Perkins, freaking brothers every way like MJ. I gotta say, today was a good day. Sports Life Talk, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another because together we are better, and keep dreaming big, because you never know, your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See, what's crazy is I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this.